I feel like guys, they jump from rapper to rapper. They'll go from Wayne to Jeezy to T.I. to whoever's on top at that time, and it fluctuates a lot. Whereas as far as women in the game, really she's been on top ever since Wayne picked her up. So pretty much whatever she does, the girls do. They call themselves blah 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 Lewinsky, Harajuku, or whatever. The ninja, they just pretty much copy whatever she do. When she does, they move just like her.
She influences those kids, that may be a problem. She carries herself what Mama Tay not to look like.
Is she influencing those kids that the parents saying this young lady has influenced my daughter, or the school saying this young lady has influenced the kids who wearing clothes that ain't supposed to wear because they're watching video by this young lady. That's all I'm trying to get from. You say she's influencing people. Is it taking root and grow, or are you going to see it start to grow?
You know what? We should move on because I see there's a lot more questions. And so
what I'm saying to is make any sense. That's all I mean.
This was the same question, but I'm being like,
wait, we know what? No, that gentleman in the back with the hat on, he had his hand up for a minute.
What's the distinction between, if hip-hop is about expressing oneself, one's authentic self, what's the distinction between what that sister you're talking about is saying versus somebody else, if that's her experience, and that's what she knows, okay, what's the distinction between someone else who's spitting a higher knowledge, where someone that might consider it to be a higher knowledge, what's the distinction between the two? Now, I think that money has a lot to do with it. All right, but let's assume money is not a part of the equation. If that's all she knows, why are we condemning her for expressing what it is that she knows?
She said that this isn't who she really is. She said specifically she's doing this. She said this is the image. She said this is all the image that I'm using right now. She said.
So that's.
I know her personally, and she is not the person that she's. It's an image. It's like an image. It's like some rappers, and the only way for them to be heard is to talk about shooting people and stuff like that. And then you got another rapper that's trying to talk about knowledge and stuff like that, and nobody want to hear that person.
So the clear answer, it's just money.
Yeah, of course. And you also have to understand that hip hop and rap is two different things.
Yeah. Important point.
All right, I'm gonna end on that note. Hip hop and rap is two totally different things.
All right, the young lady right there, come on up, and this gentleman next. Okay, yeah, go ahead, my man.
Hi. My thing is we're talking about rap versus hip hop and whatnot. And for me, when I listen to music, I listen to a message. A beat, keeps me attracted, but the words keeps me listening. And I feel like a lot of music nowadays is not talking about anything. I can listen to it and get nothing out of it. And a lot of what he was saying about the South, they're party, 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 but I think everything is party, party, party. There's nothing real. Like music from R&B to rap, just anything has lost its realness. And it's just like we don't have the things to identify with we got struggle, but it's not struggle like then. So it's like we don't have anything to identify as the ties. I feel like we're losing our way with hip hop. So how do y'all feel about that?
Can I look at this real quickly? Is that I think there is music out there that would satisfy anybody's soul. That would really be something that's deeper and more lyrically complex. But you got to look for it. You have to go a little deeper than just putting on the radio station or putting on the video channel. It's out there. Artists are making music. They're on MySpace. They're on all the social networking sites. They're there. It's got to go deeper and look, and you'll find them.
And I just want to say that the record companies don't want to put that music out. There's a higher power that don't want any of us in this room to learn anything. They want to keep that music scrambling in our brains because they don't want us to learn anything. And when a song or music comes out that will help us learn something, they're going to make sure that that music does not make it to our brains. All right?
Good point. Next question, anybody?
One.
No, it's a good idea. If you do have a question, so it could facilitate activity. Pass the mic, pass the mic. Go ahead, my brother.
You all's comments are like coming in on my question anyway. I have my group kind of focusing on, in the context of hip-hop, influence versus manipulation. Oh, that helps better. I have been focusing on influence versus manipulation. And the money aspect keeps coming up, but what's stabbing me in the brain is I was in the South, living in the South when 2 Live Crew came out. And the South wasn't that bad when they came out. But when they came through Nashville, by the time they left, it had got that bad in terms of the degradation, in terms of the misogyny, in terms of the just, and I hate to use this because I love the word debauchery within the party network. Are we dealing with influence versus manipulation, art imitating life, or life imitating art? No. Speak to that, please.
I believe strongly that like we created hip hop, but the way that hip hop is being portrayed now and used, it's more of a manipulative tool. You know, it's just to make money. It's used to make people dumb. It's used to create atmospheres that are not really reality. You know, I personally, I like Lil Wayne as a rapper, but when you do the history of, you know, what he's speaking about and his influences, and he talks about he takes a lot of different psychedelic drugs. So, I mean, what is that being perpetrated on our children? You know, we look at him and he says he wants to be a rock star. And most of the rock stars that I've seen, you know where they end up, in a hotel in LA, you know. So, I mean, hip hop is really being used against us now, you know, and we've lost control of it. You know, we don't honor our forefathers, we don't honor the pioneers, we don't honor the people that laid the foundation, you know, and it's sad, you know. That's why I keep going, because I love hip hop, and I'm gonna do that. You know, it's been feeding me for the last 30 years, you know. So I'm gonna continue to keep going, but the influence on the children, see, I'm old enough to know what's right and what's wrong. But when you have somebody who speaks about certain things, the target is actually not even y'all, the college students, it's actually the babies, you know. The first time when a song came out in 1990, that was with a soundtrack called I'm Gonna Sex You Up, I was on a 2 train going downtown, and I seen a little 2-year-old girl singing that song. And up until that point, I was like, wow, I'm feeling this song, until I saw that 2-year-old girl, and I seen actually who the target was. So now that 2-year-old girl now is 18 now, or 20, or whatever, and now she's Nicki, whatever, Minaj, you know what I'm saying? Talking about Menage a Trois. So, you know, we as people that love this music, we have a duty to protect our minds, you know. Otherwise, the mind becomes like noodles, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna lose it, you know.